Well, I'm excited to have you all here for this session. I hope you leave the session very energized, enthusiastic, and no, you're fine, and just really excited about your future. So I love to dream. I'm always just thinking about, what if, and I should do this, or we should do this as a family. And I've always been kind of goal-oriented, but what if I told you that I had a magic pill that would give you more energy, could help improve your relationships, also allowed you to help others in your life, it would help you encourage others, would help you see improved results in your workplace, and even helped you create a dynamic team? Well, it's not a magic pill. It's just really the power of dreaming. This all changed for me when I was actually on a business visit. So I work in economic development. In economic development, we go out and do a lot of business visits with existing companies to talk to them about their company, any plans for expansion, and all of that good business stuff. Well, one business visit actually turned into a book club. And both the business owner and I, we just got to sharing about different books. Or really, he shared a book that he thought I needed to read, and I had a book that he needed to read. But this book was really, truly a game changer for me. The book, if you want to add this to your Goodreads list, is The Dream Manager by Matthew Kelly. It is a New York Times and Wall Street bestseller, so it is a good book. But it's based on a real company. It follows the concept of Dream Manager, and it demonstrates the powerful results that are achieved when a company or team helps employees live their dreams. It does not give employees money to go out and buy their dreams, but it creates this culture for helping them think about all of the possibilities that their life has for them. And it challenges us to recreate those dreams for ourselves, our teams, and our families. Because we're very short on time, I had a video, but if you want to just on YouTube search Janco Dream Manager video. This is the video that talks about this actual company that's portrayed in the Dream Manager book, but it talks about what kind of impact this concept had on their company and on employees and their business. So dreams, they fuel our optimism for the future. And Matthew Kelly, the author, says that hope in and for our future produces engagement in every area of our life. So I can tell you that when I am actively working on a dream of mine and I'm pursuing it, I'm excited. I get up in the morning. I'm not afraid to get up at 4:30, 5:30 in the morning to be working towards that dream, working towards that goal. Studies show that people who are optimistic about the future are 50% more likely to say that they're very happy about the present. So when we're hopeful and excited about the future, we're happy about today. So how can we focus on our dreams and help others do the same? So today we're going to spend some time, you're going to do some dream storming of your own today. But I'd like to see a show of hands. Who in this room maybe has a bucket list? Okay, good. My bucket list really kind of started out as a list of 40 things I wanted to do before I turned 40. And then I turned 30, and I was like, wait, that's only 10 years off, and I reached these. I'm limiting myself. Why stop at 40? So then I set it for 100. and now I think I'm to maybe 185 different dreams that I've put into my dream list, my dream book. And I keep adding to those and tackling some of those. When I started my bucket list, my dream list, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna run a 5K. That's gonna be one of my dreams. I'm not a runner. I'm not even an athlete. I was the kid at basketball practice who, when we had to do the drills with the basketball dribbling down the court, the boys were waiting for the gym time, and we're finishing up our drills, and so I've got the basketball, and I'm dribbling and running, and I trip over my own feet right in front of the guys. I knew then that I was not an athlete, but I thought, you know what? I want to try this 5K thing. I want to see what it's all about. So I set that out, have finished a 5K, have even done a half marathon, but I still don't consider myself a runner. I set these kind of dreams of saying, hey, I want to tackle these things. So when was the last time some of you actually wrote down your dreams that you have? Those that you have a bucket list. When was the last time you maybe added to your list or wrote something down? Yesterday. Awesome, good. Anybody else? How many written dreams do you currently have? So on your bucket list, of those that you have a list already, how many would you say are on your list? Do you carry those with you everywhere you go? Yeah, good. Posted in your office, so they're kind of always with you, or something visual that you can see to keep you reaching. So this dreamstorming session that we're going to do is really going to help you identify some more of your dreams and encourage you really to go after them. So I call it dreamstorming, but we have to do it with a few rules. So I want you to dream without limits. Any bankers in the room? Okay. Okay. Well, don't dream like a banker. I love bankers, but no limits. Like, you cannot think of any, well, I can't afford that, or that's just not in the budget. Dream without limits today. Don't think about your past. This is a brand new, fresh start. If you see someone kind of jotting something down or someone says something out loud, it's okay to share someone else's dream. I want you to write down just as many dreams as you can today. So how many of you have paper or have something you can write on? If you have a smartphone, I started out in the Notepad app of my phone. I've went to Evernote now to capture my dream list. But I want to encourage you just to write every dream that comes down to mind today. And number them, because I want to see how many you can think of today. I'm also going to ask you to share if you feel comfortable. Some dreams we may be really, really proud of to share, and some of them may feel a little bit more private, that it's more of a personal achievement that we want to go for that we maybe don't want others. When I was training for my half marathon, nobody knew I was really training for my half marathon because I was afraid of, okay, what if I fail? I'm not going to tell anyone, but I'm going to work towards this. And after I did the race, I survived it. I didn't have to be hauled off in the ambulance. Then I posted on Facebook, and I had so many people say, I didn't know you were working towards a half marathon. So you don't have to share, only if you're comfortable. And I want this to be a fun activity for you. So, again, you receive an enormous personal fortune. What dreams would you fulfill, or what would you do? So money is no object right now. So the first question I'm going to ask you is, if you could travel to any 6 places in the world, which 6, and you don't have to limit yourself to 6, but which places would you visit? If you could take a road trip with anyone, who would you road trip with? Which concert or event would you like to experience from front row? What aspect of your physical health would you maybe like to improve? What hobby or sport would you most like to participate in? If you could learn to speak another language, which language, or even languages if it's multiple, would you like to learn? Which organization, cause, or charity would you like to support or support more of? And for those that just came in, we're just doing some brainstorming. If you want to maybe jot down a piece of paper, just some of the dreams that come to mind with some of these questions that I'm asking. What's your dream job? If someone gave you $500 today, what would be your dream impulse purchase today? And our dreams don't always have to be material things. So I'm going to ask you some next questions. What are some skills or abilities that you would like to possess or develop in yourself? What is one relationship that you would like to improve? What qualities do you want to be remembered for? What personal habit would you like to eliminate from your life or from your routine? So in Matthew Kelly's book, he talks about the different categories that each of our dreams fall into. So our dreams may fall into the adventure category. So maybe think about, if fear wasn't, if you had no fear, or if there's, some sort of adventurous type thing that you'd like to do, go ahead and write that down on your sheet too. Here's just some examples. Another category that the author talks about is material. But again, this doesn't have to be material things. Maybe it's you're wanting to really declutter your life, organize your space, donate clothes that you don't wear. Maybe it's going to the factory and that your car was made and driving it home from there, or doing the same with a camper. So if you can think of any dreams that maybe fall under the material category. Again, physical, maybe it's being a certain weight, maybe it's eating more vegetables, maybe it's just simply looking and feeling healthy. There's also emotional category. So maybe it's encouraging, if you have children, encouraging your own children and your own family members to pursue their dreams. Being in a great relationship, reestablishing a friendship, reaching out to someone that, maybe there's a high school or college friend that you've lost touch with, and maybe you want to bring back that friendship into your life. Intellectual, I'm naturally a learner, so a lot of my dreams are also learning random things. So maybe you want to learn about a certain topic. Maybe it's you're wanting to learn how to cook this certain dish. For me, it was something as simple as an angel food cake. I was scared of an angel food cake growing up. My mom would always tell us, don't bounce around in the kitchen when the angel food cake was cooking, and so I was always just afraid of an angel food cake. Maybe it's you have a stack of books that you already have in your library, and you just want to simply read those. Or maybe it's taking on a new genre of literature that you're wanting to read. Imagination is much more important than knowledge, and really what I'm trying to do with this session is really to help spark your imagination to think about really all of the possibilities of what could be when you turn on that dream switch. We also have a spiritual category, and a spiritual category can be anything from learning the different books of the Bible or developing greater inner peace. Maybe it's learning about the different world religions that are on our globe. It can be anything. Professional, kind of think about where you're at today in your professional role. What are some goals you would like to set for yourself? What are some dreams that you have for yourself in this current role you're in? Maybe you're wanting to, explore out. Maybe you're working for a promotion. Maybe you're wanting to start your own company. Maybe it's building a great team and a great culture in your workplace. Maybe it's going after a certain certification for you in your profession that you're in today. Another category is psychological. This can be simply, overcoming a fear, growing your willpower, trying to be able to unplug from work while on vacation. Again, all of these mind type dreams for ourselves. Financial category. Maybe you want to pay off a debt. Maybe you want to buy a home. Maybe it's setting and sticking to a personal budget. Maybe you're also thinking that someday you would like to create a scholarship for those in your profession, or for those in your community, for your name, in your name. And some of these dreams, you'll kind of see that they kind of fall into different categories. You know, the scholarship one, while it's a financial type dream, it also will fall into a legacy category that we'll talk about. Creative, this creative category can be anything from learning how to play a musical instrument. Maybe it's just simply, you know, working on a hobby. So this is, you know, who do we want to be known for? Maybe it's we want to be known to our family and friends that we have a great amount of patience, or we're really great listeners, or we're a great friend. Maybe it's also the habit of journaling every day. Legacy, what do we also want to be known for? You know, maybe it's joining a nonprofit and becoming actively involved with that. Maybe it's, you know, helping to contribute to the development of your team and your staff in your workplace. Donating to your favorite charity. So I want you to spend a few minutes and with those around you at your tables or those that you're seated by, go ahead and share one dream with those that you're seated with. So I happen to know Quanah pretty well. Quanah, welcome.
Hi, everybody.
This is Quanah's first CYN, and Quanah is from O'Neill, and O'Neill, and all across Nebraska. Yes. She tries to get everyone to celebrate High Five Friday. So when you came in, I was giving a lot of you high fives, but I couldn't catch all of you. But last night she shared with me one of her dreams. She said it would be a dream of hers to be able to get everyone at CYN to do one big, like, high five picture. So we're going to start with this breakout group, because you guys are an awesome group. You're going to help Quanah achieve one of her dreams today. So if you could all stand up.
Submitted as a role.
Yeah. Yes. All right, and so to your neighbor, go ahead and give your neighbor a high five. Okay. So see how easy it was to really support and encourage Quanah. You really all helped her, you know, that was one of her dreams last night as we were talking. She wanted, you know, she wants CYN to, you know, be given high fives on this Friday. So I want you to continue being open to the opportunity to invest in your future. Take time. We had the gentleman in the back who shared, you know, each December he jots down what he's accomplished and what he wants to accomplish for the next year. I love December for that purpose, but I also found out that for me, I love to just sit down every Sunday morning early before the house wakes up and just jot down. What am I working on? What am I putting the time towards some of these dreams? And really kind of turning those dreams into goals, which are really dreams with a deadline. So engage, you know, if you found part of the dreamstorming session today, bits and pieces of it, really empowering, you know, I encourage you just to, you know, sit down and ask yourself more questions and write down dreams. And as you talk to each other, as you go throughout the conference today, you know, learn from each other and find out what are we all working towards and working on, and you know, taking that experience with you. Don't be afraid to, you know, share some of your dreams and help support each other. I think when we can encourage each other, it helps give us that extra boost to really go after that dream that we're pursuing. Any questions? Any thoughts? Any of you feeling a little bit more energized today after jotting down some things? What were some of the number of dreams that some of you wrote down, if you numbered them? 42, nice. Anybody have more than 42? 47. Good. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
So in our group, we were sharing our dreams, and some of us were saying, you know, this would be great if we did this, and we kind of have plans to do it, but life gets in the way. do you have any suggestions or heard of like action steps to actually take to accomplish these dreams?
Yeah, no, that's a great strategy, and I feel like today with just the time that we had, the dream storming, but I suggest taking one or two of those dreams that you're actively wanting to pursue and really break it down into a timeline that how you're wanting to accomplish it, because yes, we know life gets in the way. When I was training for my half marathon, I ended up being guardian conservator for my grandfather, and that was a huge responsibility that I had. I also had a daughter who had lots of stomach issues, and and I probably wasn't the most properly trained person when I was running that half marathon, but I said to myself that I'm going to just still go out and do it. I wasn't going to win or compete against anybody, but just really for myself. So yes, time and life and obstacles and burdens can all really get in our way, but I think that when we have those dreams and we have that plan to be able to reach those dreams, that's when those life events and those obstacles can keep us moving forward and help us stay positive. Whereas I think had I not had some specific dreams and goals I was going for when I had, I had probably 12, 18 months over these last 2 years where anything that was thrown at me was thrown at me. Sorry, I'm getting kind of teary-eyed. But because I had these things I was working for, I think that's really what kind of saved me from going into this deep rut of really a depression. I wanted to stay positive and keep working towards those. So yeah, I think just setting that time frame, visiting it each week, I think that helps, just kind of taking time out of, as young professionals, we're pulled in a lot of different directions. We have work demands, family demands, friends that we want to stay in touch with, and even some community responsibilities. And so it can be overwhelming, but we have to take that little bit of time each week, or maybe it's a month, or maybe it's just every quarter that you sit down and this is your time to really plan that out and try to stay focused with it. But I think breaking it down into manageable. So, looking at it from 30 days, the next 30 days, this is what I'm going to do to help me reach that dream. If it's running a half marathon, in the next 30 days, I'm going to make sure that I'm signing up for my gym membership. I'm going to start drinking more water. I'm going to, eat more vegetables. I'm going to watch my carbs that I take in, and just really being very strategic in that certain amount of time frame to be able to work towards that end dream. So great question. Yeah, I do. My family a lot. I'll share with them, and we'll even we have an 11-year-old and a 13-year-old, and my husband too. He's the only one in the family who doesn't have a dream book. But yeah, we'll share, and it's even funny that some of the perspective that my kids have when I share the dream with them. One of my dreams is being able to say no. I'm kind of a yes person. I don't want to disappoint anyone, and so I'll always say yes when maybe my heart isn't necessarily in the project or in the job that I've been asked to do. But I'll say yes because I don't want to disappoint anyone. So I wrote down, learn how to say no. And my youngest, she read it and she said, Mom, you need to cross that one off. You know how to say no. You tell me no all the time. But it is fun that when we, especially family and friends, when we share and encourage each other, I think it helps us be more aware, and it helps us encourage each other more. I know my daughter loves swimming, and so she had put down she wanted to attend a swim trials event, and so she set that dream in 2013 when we were doing a little session. I was doing the session with just talking with my girls, and so we then helped make a plan. Okay, when the swim trials are in Omaha in 16, what do we need to do to be able to get there? And And so that's been fun and encouraging to help support not only my kids, but also friends who are working towards different dreams and goals. There were a few times in my half marathon journey that my husband said, "Are you sure you want to do this?" "I don't think you're ready," he said. Well, to me, that was even that was even more motivation. Like, yes, I am doing it. Yeah, so between him and my sister, who were like, "I don't know if this is the right thing for you, and are you sure?" And it was my motivation to even do it. And I would just come back saying, well, somebody's got to be last, and I don't care if it's me. And so, but I think you can use it as motivation, but I think just being strong and just knowing your end goal to your dream can help with that negativity and naysay. Well, thank you all for taking part in the session. I hope you found it valuable. I hope you found it motivating and encouraging. And I want you just to keep dreaming, keep adding to that list, and taking time to really, pursue those dreams that you have.